This is A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Kiki with A Who All Gonna. The fact that Teresa's fully laughing.
Oh.
Welcome back to A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat. This is a to-go plate episode, and it's me, Kiki, Tracy J, and Eric Rollerson in the room today. How y'all doing? What's popping? What's good?
I'm feeling great.
I'm not.
Why?
Let me tell y'all what I had to deal with today. Gas went from $3.88 to $4.30. I went to go take my dad some groceries today, right? My man come home was like, bruh, gas $4.30. I was like, I know you lying. Gas is not no $4.30. I went to Walmart. I said, oh, $3.88, yeah. Filled up. Baby, when I tell you I'm glad I filled up, because when I got out of grocery shop, I was in the grocery shop for maybe 35 minutes. Came out, went back up to $4.30.
Wait a minute.
That quick from being in the store?
From being in the store. I was in there for 35 minutes.
You lying.
Gas is $4.30. A 12-pack of soda, y'all, is $5.99. I went to Wendy's after and got a 10-piece spicy nugget meal with an orange Fanta, $9.14. Since when do 10 nuggets on $9.14?
You paid $1 a nugget.
Y'all, $1 a nugget. I'm upset. Everything is high. Everything is high.
Why you got these prices memorized?
Because that's how upset I am. Like, what's going on? And then, y'all, the government is controlling my air conditioner in my house. I don't have my air on 68, and we renting today, and it's 77 degrees in my house. What's going on with America?
What's going on?
Tired of it.
What's going on? We need to know what's going on.
I'm upset. I'm upset and hot.
I'm sorry.
This is not a combination.
So sorry.
Yeah,
sorry for your
look, if it makes you feel better, it cost me $72 to fill up my tank on a Toyota Camry.
Oh no, who?
No, whole Toyota Camry.
You didn't say $72.
$72.
I'll tell y'all my gas thing. Like, I don't pay attention. Treese asked us before we went live, y'all, how much our gas is down here in Oklahoma. I don't know, because I just put the little credit card in and I'll let it fill up.
Sit back in the car.
But let me tell you how they got me messed up. Because I went to like a Valero, right? One day my car was it was close to empty, and I filled it up, and it was 40-ish something dollars. No, it was 50. Might have been 50, 40 or 50. And then like a few days later, maybe 5 days, I go fill up at OnQ. Why it cost $65 to fill it up? And it was on the exact same spot that it was, and the gas was the same price. I said, now what?
Somebody playing with the gas line.
Oh, they robbing us.
So
I'm about to move to whatever country like black people. That's where I'm moving to. I'm gonna have to do some research, but that's where I'm going.
No.
Yes, free healthcare, and don't nobody yell nigga when I cross the street.
As long as you are able to still record and watch Big Brother and survive.
Oh, baby, we got internet everywhere. We're gonna be in that thing.
You're gonna be tapped into the VPN, huh?
I'm gonna be tapped in.
That's hilarious. Listeners, I want to thank you guys for coming back and being with us for this To Go Plate episode. Although our Big Brother season is over for Big Brother Canada, we are still going forth, child, with Survivor 42. And I'm going to go ahead and pass this mic to Sir Eric, because he's going to talk us down, child, with this Survivor 42. Let us know what's happening, who went home, all that.
Woo. Y'all, this was an episode. I mean, this episode here it really allowed us to see different versions of different people that we haven't seen. One of these people, Ms. Lindsay, we'll get into it, but this may have been her breakout episode, because, we talked about it a few episodes ago, like, who is she? She's still here. Oh, forgot about her.
Invisible.
She's no longer invisible. I will tell you that. But just to do a little rewind, where we left off with the double elimination tribal council, where we lost Roxroy and we lost Tori, and no sweat off our backs, to be honest. We really weren't.
We almost lost Fred,
or Marianne.
Right.
They was both almost out. They was almost out of here. But by the grace of the immunity idols, they were still here. So they go back to camp. Everybody's frustrated. So Mike trying to figure out what happened on the other tribe, and so they let them know like, oh yeah, we got rid of Tori, and so he's in camp and he's with Omar and Lindsay, and Mike is like, I just feel like I didn't. That's not what I wanted to do. Getting rid of Roxroy, that wasn't. I didn't want to blindside him like that. I didn't want to lie to him. When I say my word, that's what I mean. And so he's venting. He's like, I feel like High pressured me into that Rocks vote. And then here go Omar.
I love Omar, bro.
Let me pause y'all real quick. Why y'all calling that man Omar? His name is Omer. Y'all swear up and down that man's name is Omar.
You know what? I literally have that in my notes because
they were saying Omer.
What's his name? Jeff. He mentioned him, and I was like, "Why he got
yes,
this man
everybody's
Omer?
Been saying Omer. I'm like, y'all been giving this man a.
His name not Omar.
It's Omer.
No, we done blacked him up.
I'm gonna have to back and see what somebody else called him because I feel like I've heard
to that last episode.
No, the last episode they've been calling him Omer.
I'm about to do his video and see what he said his name
Look,
is.
he must have corrected them and said, y'all been calling me the wrong name. He
right.
pulled him to the side.
He did call him.
Lord, I've been calling that man Omar, and I'm probably gonna continue to call him Omar. Forgive me, Omer.
Right. It's gonna be Omar today and forevermore because that's what it is. We're gonna stick with it. So you tell us out of your mouth.
Oh my God.
But no, Kiki, I'm glad you called that because I was like, they really calling this Omar. This man's name's Omar.
I didn't even notice it though, but I was like, Jeff put so much emphasis on it. He's like, what do you think, Omer? And I was like, who? Like, you just gonna let that man call you that?
Who is Omer?
Not who is Omer.
So with Mike venting, here go Omer. I'm gonna try. Omer, no, it ain't gonna work because I'm gonna be thinking about it. Omar was like, I'm gonna use this. He's like, this is right where I need him to be. I'm going to break up High and Mike. Whatever I can do to cause a wedge in here, that's what I'm going to do. And so he was like, oh yeah, even though it was really my plan to get rid of Roxroy, I'm not gonna tell him that. I'm just gonna be like, oh yeah, if he made you feel like that, that is not okay. I want you to know that I would never pressure you into voting somebody out that you don't want to vote out. And so that starts, their relationship to grow a little bit. Because Mike feels validated now. That's the first thing on his mind. He's like, okay, like I'm not the only one. And Lindsay's kind of like, High. He think he running everything. So that's setting the stage. For the fall of High. High gonna find himself really low, if he don't get it together. So we move on. And
Tree's trying to
hold on.
Listen, that Tree's trying to listen for his name.
I was. Wait, that man's name is Omer.
Wait, did he say it?
Yes, I went to go listen to his cast video and he said, my name is Omer. I said,
Omer. I'm so sorry.
Okay, Omer. Okay, because I get mad when people spell my name wrong. So sorry, Omer.
Sorry, Omer.
It sounds so funny to say Omer.
It does.
We've been calling that man Omar.
It's like
y'all gave him a black. Y'all
we did black him up, didn't we? Definitely.
Well,
yeah, you know Omar from around the corner on 56 and 3rd.
Over there on the cornerstone. It's like Trees when you were calling Helena the whole season.
She lucky I called her by that. Let's get into that because there are a bunch of other names that I really wanted to call her and didn't.
I am weak.
That girl making me go off.
Our formal apology to Omer.
Sorry, Omer.
It's gonna take some conditioning because when I see you in my notes, it just says Omar. But move right along. Miss Lindsay, she decides to pull Omer aside, and she's like, "We gotta get rid of Jonathan because he ain't trying to listen. He thinks he's the strategic thing, and he's not. He's actually dumb." So she runs down the plan with like how he wanted to get rid of Drea. But she told him like, hey, if Drea plays her idol, Marianne's gonna go home. And he's like, oh well, we gotta flush out the idol. She's like, no, dummy, like that's our ally. Like you're not listening. And so she was like, we gotta separate from him because you ain't got to have me get down the line because you ain't got no strategy and people grouping us together. I don't want to be attached to that. And so she's like, we're gonna have to do something. And Omer, he's like, okay, I can work with that, Jonathan. You are winning stuff too much, so we may need to add you to our list. So Jonathan is also now a target and on the chopping block potentially with this episode. So we got High and Jonathan. Those are our targets so far. So moving down the line, everybody's moseying about Cam, trying to, get adjusted still. And they looking for idols because apparently what I did not know, we still new to this. Lindsay mentions if 2 idols are played and used, that another one is returned to the game. And so they out here looking for idols. They searching in the trees, they in the bushes, they in the dirt, they in the ground, finds nothing. And so then they trying to like, oh, let's get this fire. We need some more stuff for the fire and for the camp. And so Marian's like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll go get it. And she's like, I'm looking for the stuff that I said I was going to looking for. And I look up in the tree and I know that's not what I think it is. And so she reaches up and grab it. This girl then found another.
Come on, Marianne.
Come on.
You know what's Hold on. You know what's funny to me? Why do they hide that they looking for an idol? I would be like, yeah, I'm looking for an idol every day because I want y'all to be scared to pull me up. Treat you looking for an idol is what you gonna do?
Because then they just don't
look. They will target you. And be like,
oh,
Tracy was looking for an idol. She playing too hard. She looking for an idol. We got to flush her idol. I think she got an idol. We got a blindside trick. Look, you don't got idol the first, but they think you do, and you getting that flush.
Dang, they all gonna flush it. Gonna sit my behind home second week.
Screaming.
Oh Lord, and I'm be like, yeah, I am looking for an idol.
There were seasons where people were just known for looking for idols. That's just what they did, child. And was
what's his name? Yule Man or something?
That's gonna be me.
There was another one I forgot, child. Don't get me I'm not good at names either. Don't get me to call it out people's names.
And I don't know why I'm over here saying like I know, like I just be watching I just heard. And
oh my gosh.
So yeah, Marianne finds her another mutant, and she's like, and this time I ain't telling nobody. I said, I know that's right. Keep your mouth closed.
Nobody.
Look, Sister Marianne is learning, ain't she?
She's learning.
Look, she picking up quick.
Yes, she is. So happy for her. She does. And she mentioned, she was like, you know what? And that just lets me know that I'm playing this game right, morally and game wise, because I used my idol last week and I really didn't want to because I knew I was safe. But because of moral reasons, I used it. And me finding this idol is just an indicator that I'm playing this game right.
Both good Lord supplied you again.
I heard her say, thank you, Jesus. I said,
hallelujah.
Give him the glory.
Come on, Shabbat.
You better give him the glory.
Let him use you.
Oh my goodness. So I was really happy for her to get that. So we move on to the reward challenge, right? And this challenge, y'all, not even the challenge, the weather. It is so bad. They are shaking. Literally everybody.
Baby.
Marianne, she was just.
This would have been an episode I quit. I texted chat and I said, nope, it's a wrap for me. I might have made it through all. I cannot stand being cold.
That's so funny you say that, Trees, because I said whoever gets voted out is going to be happy and relieved that today is the day that they get a bed.
Listen, that's why the person that we gonna tell y'all that got evicted, y'all already know, but that's exactly why he was like,
yes,
better go get this
I
bed.
promise you, that was the first thought that came across my mind.
They was too happy with that. Y'all was too happy to leave.
Struggling. You know what I mean?
Because I mean, y'all, and I've seen them shake from being tired, from being exhausted, from being cold in multiple seasons. I have not seen the way they were shaking uncontrollably.
Talking about teeth chattering. Baby, I don't know why they didn't cuddle together. I was like, if y'all don't group up, what's going on?
Here's the thing. They at the challenge, and then not only is they already cold standing up, and Jeff is like, what did he say? Let me go back to my notes. He's talking about, how y'all doing today? And it's pouring down raining. They struggling, they wet, they freezing. He talking about how you think we're doing, Jeff?
Terrible, right. Jeff. Terrible.
The competition, they had to start off in the water, in the ocean. On top of already.
I didn't like that. That's like torture. You know that water be cold.
It's cold
warm about that.
And
it's already cold outside.
A couple of them was choking down water because the waves kept hitting them like before it even started.
Yes.
And so this reward challenge, they were not just playing for no peanut butter and jelly. They wasn't playing for no kebabs. They were playing for pizza, beer, and what I told they should have brought back a long time ago, sanctuary. They were going to get warm beds, pillows, and blankets, and a shelter, and good food to go with it.
Baby, that would have been the one I've been fighting for. Give me that.
King. Do you hear me? I was like, I don't care what they may not have
If
won
I ain't
nothing.
get that, she didn't pick me, baby. The way I would have quit, I would have said it's a wrap.
So
Can y'all
the
vote
way-
me out?
And this was a fairly simple challenge too, honestly. Like, so they had to get through the wave, jump over the thing, dive up under, crawl up under, get your beanbag, drag it, untie the rope, undo the braid, get the beanbag, run it, put it on your thing, set it down, and then throw the beanbag on top of it. And the first person to land the beanbag on top of the platform, wins. And so, of course, Jonathan out the gate, he get there first. Then we have Lindsay right behind him. Then we have was it High right behind him, and then Drea right behind him. And so they're going there. They trying to get it. Then Omar comes and he's trying to get it. And everybody keep missing. Everybody's missing. And finally, Lindsay lands it. She wins her first individual challenge. So she wins this reward, and he's like, all right, choose anybody to go with you. And she's like, I gotta choose my boy Omar. Even though I feel like she said Omar, but I gotta choose my boy Omar, and because he hasn't had no reward, he hasn't been able to eat, and he's been my boy since day one. And then he did, that was real. And then he's like, there she's looking, everybody's just chattering still. Everybody want to go, and she's like, can I choose one more? And he's like, go ahead. And so she
Jeff don't be current. He be like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Look, you
better ask.
Look, if she didn't ask though, Jeff would have said, "Go ahead and pick one more person that can come along with you."
Probably,
right? Yeah.
But I think the fact that she asked, that gives even more incentive. Like, oh, she asked, she wanted.
She wanted me to be here.
Her choosing Mike, I know that warmed his heart. He was like, oh, somebody chose.
And he was shocked. He said, oh my God.
And so she chose Mike, and so they go off to the little. I'm thinking they're gonna go to the hotel room like they did back in almost at the Have and Have Not, Heroes versus Villains, but they was at the whole hotel and they had the whole shebang. They really had them just like in this little hut type deal. But
to me, it didn't seem like they was free from the elements at all. It looked like they was at maybe
they had a little heater out there.
Maybe they kept their fire going. Maybe it was something after that made their fire didn't go out.
Maybe their budget is scrapped this season, boy. They struggling. They gas probably out there too, child. I know, I get it.
And so as they're sitting out here come these voices, like this overlay of voices, and you think like, is this the spirits out here? What's going? They out there on that island.
Not the spirits.
Like, where these voices coming from? And so they look over, and these pictures of their family start to appear, and they're like, they just start bawling because they're like, oh my God, it's pictures, and it's going through. Babe was a baby. Oh, you in middle school. Oh, your graduation. Oh, right before you got on the show. And then they get voice videos, and like their family's telling them, oh, we love you, wish we could be there, X, Y, and Z. And they're like, oh, we needed this, we got the food, but we needed food for the soul. I said, what you know about food for the soul? Come on here.
And you know what I didn't think about, because I'm like, y'all on the show for like 20-some days, but then I forgot that they bring them in earlier because they have them in sequester when the other season, so they probably been locked up for about almost 3 months. Yeah. And I was like, oh, you know what, they have been locked up for a minute.
Yeah.
So them being emotional made sense.
On top of that, like, I don't know if this was in this particular like scene, but it's like they were like, Survivor brings you to this breaking point, and like you want to be done, but like message like it's what brings you back. Like it makes all this horrible time. Like it's the worst thing in your life that you'll experience. Maybe tribal council, I don't know, but they were talking about like how this is the worst days of your life, but it's worth it because you get to have this once in a lifetime experience and play this game, and not just win the money, but like to have your family there with this little experience that you have, to have those little videos to give you that little extra boost when you solo, when you're dealing with being hungry, dealing with the terrible weather.
Did y'all I'm sorry, did y'all see Omer Girlfriend?
I did.
Was y'all think the same thing I thought?
Baby. No, because everybody on Twitter was talking about it.
Okay, because I was like, oh, okay.
I didn't know bruh had a girlfriend.
I didn't know either.
Because y'all don't listen. I knew he had a girlfriend, but I know what everybody else was thinking. Y'all gonna tell the listeners they ain't psychic. So what were y'all thinking?
I thought Omer was gay this whole time, so I didn't know that he would have a girlfriend.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
Yeah.
No offense, Omer.
Yeah.
Y'all not the
Yeah.
only ones, because I've seen plenty of tweets when
Really?
Oh,
yeah,
I
okay.
went
like,
on Twitter
oh
then.
my God, they were
But I
like,
was like, oh, okay.
they were like, not Omar, not on our team like we thought he was, or something like that.
Listen.
Listen.
Look, they was
I thought
ready
the
for
same
Omar
thing.
to get back off
They was
the
ready.
island.
Listen,
I
they
say,
was
but
gonna be
Omar got a
he's
whole.
about to have people sliding his DM like,
Yes,
"Hey,
he sure
Omer,
was.
I saw you handle them negotiations,
Look,
sir."
and his girlfriend sitting back there like,
Like,
I bet
hold
you
up, hold
did.
up.
I did. But I guess one indicator should have been when Hai and Romeo had that discussion about being open, and expressing
Okay.
themselves. Omer was right there. He didn't say, "Oh, I feel
Oh yeah,
y'all."
me too.
Yeah, he didn't say all that.
Oh, you sure
But
right.
was they low key trying to fish to see if he was?
They
You
would.
know
Okay,
what?
Kiki.
Because
Because they would look like,
I'm about to go back and watch this scene.
They was waiting for
No.
his story,
They
child.
were. Kiki.
Okay, so we
I
want
thought I was doing this.
Okay. Shout out to Omer and his girl.
Listen, y'all, we some people. Like, we pay attention. Because
Sure
it'd be
do.
the like idiosyncratic things that people really wouldn't pay attention to or even care about. But I'm looking at everything. I'm like, let's see how they go.
Baby, I'm
they
looking at the background before the front. Anytime I look at a video, like, what's going on up there?
That is too funny that you caught that in that scene. So after the lovey-dovey stuff, they like, all right, let's get into the game, pretty much. And they're like, can we work together? Can we please? And they're like, yes. And so, here go Omar. He in his strategy bag and his messy bag, but I'm here for it. He's like,
baby.
Okay, so I know Mike is kind of on the edge with Hyde. It's time to just push it on over. And so I'm going to, tell Mike, like, Hyde. I mean, I didn't want to say this before because I thought you were close with Hyde, but now that you're telling me that you're not really close with him, I'm gonna tell you what he told me. He told me, lied his behind off. He told me that, whatever I want Mike to do in this game, he gonna do it because he's my puppet. And here go Omer. And I ain't never told me nothing like that, but he ain't gonna know it. He said, if you lie right, ain't nobody gonna, think that. And so he's like, I told it well. So Mike ate it up. Mike is like, he said, I'm what? Oh, that's it. And I'll tell you, for the rest of the episode, that's all Mike could talk about is being high.
The way that put a nerve in Mike, and the fact that Omer knew who to take that specific conversation to. Just show, I need to see what he do for a living because he did that too well for me. Oh Lord, he be talking to these dogs and pets and animals because the way he was doing that, he manipulated
and
that
Mike
man.
Believe that, like,
he said, you know what? I believe you.
I believe him.
I was like,
line
and not they cut to I just make it up. So I don't know what he's talking about.
I mean, straight up place that. He said, "I ain't never told me nothing like that."
But let's be real. How might not have said it, but that's exactly what he thought it. Yes. Omer was picking up on the way probably Hai talks about Mike. And it conveyed to him like, I can get Mike to do what I want.
But he just used like he said, he used that as ammunition with Hai forcing that rock boat. That's all he needed. Look, and that was the chink in the armor. I always love to say the chink in the armor. That's what he needed to get in. And Weasel was waiting there to, break that up. And so
I be talking too cocky and got him caught up.
And that's how he was doing this whole episode. So before we get back to them all on the beach and before the immunity challenge, Lindsay confides in him. She's like, hey guys, I got the amulet with Drea and Hai. And if we get rid of Hai, it becomes a still a vote. Because right now we have to agree and it's a, extra vote. But if we get rid of Hai, me and Drea come together and it's a still a vote.
Baby, I would have ran my mouth about that.
Might as well. Like, mine as well. These are the people you want to work with.
Well, I take that back because then Drea would be a target next week if those three are working together. But
well, the previews, I guess, we'll talk about the previews. So we'll leave that. That's an aside. So we'll remind to come back.
And
to
I ain't
that.
watched none now preview.
Oh, I did, and it's gonna be messy
for next week.
Ooh, it's messy, and I'm scared.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it.
Lord, now we scared. That means somebody black going home, Lord. Somebody black in danger.
They are. But so she confides in them. They're like, okay, cool. This is us three. We solid. We working together. We good. And so we get to the immunity challenge, and it's another balancing competition. And I'm kind of over the balance stuff now. At first I was like, okay, cool, because it's like, gives everybody a chance to kind of, you know, but I'm honestly sick of it because it's like you don't have to do nothing but just stand there. And whoever can stand there, the
At
best.
least it was double balanced. So they had to
Hold
balance
on.
by the feet and they had to balance the little
The
thing that
ball
had a
in the hand.
curve with the ball.
Mhm.
So it was like a double balance situation,
Yeah.
but still
And
Okay,
I was listening to Tyson, the Survivor. He from Survivor. Him and somebody, a couple of other people, they were in Christian from Survivor 37. They were talking about, it's like, it's too much balance comps. Where are the other comps at? Where are the puzzles at the end of
all
the
right.
physical? He was
They have
like,
had a lot of balance.
he said, isn't that what Survivor used to always be?
Child,
You
they
go
in a
do
recession. Gas high.
not gas high.
We need to title
Is
this
that the
episode
theme?
"Gas is Too High."
Gas high.
So who
gas
won
is
that
high.
comp?
So it gets down. So the final three ends up being Jonathan, Drea, and Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
Drea quietly bows down. Now she's like, I ain't got this no more.
Baby, she
I'm gonna
sat
sit.
down. She said,
She sits down. So it's Lindsay and Jonathan battling it out once again. The final two, they fighting again. I'm like, oh Lord, here go Jonathan. Get ready to win another thing again. That's why she got rid of this man. But then he tips over. I guess he went when it got down to the final part of the being where his feet was too big for him to keep a steady grip, and he finally lost his balance. And Lindsay won a back-to-back challenge, her first immunity challenge, but back-to-back challenges individually. And so she's safe. And so,
hold on. Let me ask you this real quick, Eric. Right. Do y'all, or you and Kiki, do y'all think that they kind of wanted to shake things up a little bit? And specifically going on the realm of like, dang, we don't have balance comp after balance comp. And you notice how that beam, it gets slower. I mean, it gets smaller and smaller and smaller toward the end. Do y'all think they did not want Jonathan to win something else? Because that man got to have like 13, 14 size feet.
Oh.
Do you think they intentionally was like, okay, we got to do something to shake things up a little bit?
Possibly.
That's possible that they brought this particular cop in here when he was on the chopping block, potentially one of the people that could go home.
And especially after that good old tribal council where he was running his mouth a little too much, they were like, we might need to put him in a little danger, you know.
And honestly, before we even say who went home, like the camp was pretty much, they were split. Like they had decided, I think the main thing was everybody was on board to get rid of High. They went around, High. Like everybody's like, you know who we need to get rid of? Everybody's like, High. And I'm like, High.
High.
We get ready to buy High. Listen. I told you High about to find himself real low. And that's exactly where he found himself, because when the vote came time for the tribal council, he thought Jonathan was going home because he was like, oh yeah, we got to get rid of Jonathan. And Omar considered it. Look, I got to go back to Omar because it's like he running this game. He's like, I can make this go either way I want it to go because I'm in the middle. And I'm wondering, should we get rid of Jonathan? Because he's just one immunity run, from winning from taking it all the way to the end. I'm like, yeah. And then, so when they get to tribal council, when Jeff asked, he's like, so what are we basing this vote off of? And Lindsay said, even in the playing field, Jeff. And that's what this vote is about, giving other people a shot at this game. And so Jeff being messy, he like, Jonathan, what do you think about her saying that? And he's like, well.
I said, as soon as Jeff did that, I said, Jeff know he be messy. And Jeff know good and well that Jonathan was one of the people who they looking at getting rid of while you giving him the floor. And to the point where that tipped Jonathan off, like, oh, wait a minute. I got to think about that for a minute.
Because
did you go ahead?
No, you go ahead.
Trace. We skipped the part where High told Jonathan that he had an idol.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah.
I forgot that about that. Look at me with a note.
I didn't write it down because I was like, whatever.
So really thought you were doing something, child.
So when really we got the strategic mastermind, Omar, who has planned High's funeral. So we know High is pretty much going home, but High thinks he's still running the show. He still thinks he's in the driver's seat. And so he's telling Jonathan, oh, yeah, Romeo's the one going home. But your name has come up. And so what we're going to do, I have an immunity idol. And I'm going to play it for you to keep you safe. And so he thought he did something with that. And he was like, Jonathan was like,
who say play? Jonathan was like,
okay. And so he's just going around, still around camp, just Jolly thinking I'm good to go. I'm
Like
driving
he a
this thing
mastermind. Yep.
like he the
He like
mastermind.
he's like, I've been in all these votes every week and have you?
I've been the leader. I've been driving, and see, I'm glad he brought it that he's been in the driver's seat, and he talking about you gotta learn to when to take a back seat. Sir, you never
When he said
learned
that, I said, oh yeah, he definitely going home.
because when it was all said and done, when it came to even in the playing field in everybody's mind, it was to vote out High. And then they blindsided him, and he was like, "Good job, guys. That was beautiful. This is the way I would have wanted to go out."
I love his
He
exit.
gave him a
no
round
idea.
of applause and
He
It was a
exited
did.
stage
blindside.
left.
It was a perfect blindside because he had no idea. But I think they made the wrong move.
I do too.
I think they made the wrong move.
Okay, for game wise, I think it was the wrong move.
Mhm.
But greedy wise, like Jonathan be keeping us fed.
Right.
So that's the only reason why I'll keep him. But I do understand, like it's getting down to what 7, 8 people. So it's
7.
like it's about time to
Because-
wrap him on out.
And who made the statement? Somebody was like, basically, he's one competition away from
Omar said it.
basically
Lindsay
winning
said
on
it.
out.
Yep.
A
Okay.
few people mentioned it, and they were like, "Well,
Okay.
should we get out Jonathan?" And that's
Yep,
why he was like,
should've.
"Maybe we should
I
get
feel
out
like
Jonathan."
they should have. The first time he's vulnerable.
Because here's
Yep.
the thing with Kai, he let him continue to think he running something. We'll just get him out next. And I think that's brought up at tribal council. Jeff was like,
Mhm.
"You're at the stage where like you're making a decision. Do we get this person out now, and we'll just take care of whoever back at the next, at the next tribal council, or
Right.
does that change out how you may feel if you get out another person? Now you want to get someone else out. You got this person out first."
And you
And-
know what messes that up is that now High is gone. It wasn't even on his radar that he was a target. But
Mhm.
now that Jonathan, he got 2 votes against him. Now he's on high alert. When
Mhm.
y'all could have blindsided him, this week, and High
Yes.
would have been good. Thinking High is still in the same position. So now it's just messed up the game 2 different ways.
I will say, I think this may, we always talk about moves that come back to bite folks.
This is gonna be the
I
one.
think this is gonna be one of them. This wasn't the right move. Like, I get it. Y'all wanted High. It was an emotional thing because Mike was like, "Oh yeah." He said, "Oh, High's going home tonight. This is your last tribal council. Like, you're going home tonight." And I'm like, I get it, Mike. I know you want revenge. I know y'all want to put him in his place. I know y'all want.
Mike. Mike be so dramatic and extra. I would be playing just like him. Nah, get him out. I'm tired.
I get it, but like High is not a threat at all. Like, he's not gonna win an immunity challenge. Like, he's just not. And if he's feeling safe, like that's what he was like. I always make the people who are going home feel safe.
Smart.
And I'm like,
Very smart.
Thinking
don't
about-
feel.
Speaking
Go
of
ahead.
threats, right? So I know, like how last week they were so gung ho about getting rid of Drea, right?
Mhm.
What's making Drea a threat right now in the game? I know it's changing gears a little bit, but what's making her a threat?
She's not a threat to me.
Because I'm
She's-
just trying to figure out. She ain't won nothing. Yes, she
Right.
has found idols. You know what I mean?
But they don't know
Found her-
that.
Yeah,
All
but-
they
I
know
think
is
she's
she
the only
has
threat
idols.
because she's very outspoken.
yeah,
That's
her
the only thing.
personality has.
That's the only
made-
thing, because when Drea speaks, she commands like,
Yes.
no, if I say this is
and
what
she
I'm doing.
means what she says.
She mean what she says. She say what she
Mhm.
mean. Yeah, and that might rub people the wrong way. And I think that's the only thing that would, consider her a threat as of right now.
Puppeteered. That's what it is.
Yup.
Say it again,
I don't
Eric.
like can be puppeteered. Like, she can't be
Right.
controlled. And
Yep.
people don't like it. They can't
Yep.
control. They don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a threat to them. Because game-wise, she ain't did. I mean, she ain't won nothing. I mean, she has a great social game. Like, I guess we can just talk about the previews. And so moving into the preview, Omer, Lindsay, Mike, and Drea are like, we have a clear shot to the end. Us 4. Let's do it. And I'm like, man, like that's a good 4. Like I'm
Look,
here.
I would have rocked with that foe.
But you have they have different ideas of like what's going to happen because
Mhm.
Jonathan is like going around. He's like, I want Drea out. And then I can't remember who somebody said somebody else was a target. And then Drea was like, I want to take Mike's idol. So Drea
Getting greedy. Oh, Dre gonna get
told
too greedy.
Homer about the freaking knowledge is power. And
Don't tell Omer
Lord
nothing.
have mercy.
She's like, I'm gonna take Mike's idol. Is what she said. And he's like freaking out, like, oh, pretending to be excited. You know how Omer gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
So she tells him about that, but it's also do or die week, and I feel like she's gonna get got.
Explain what do or die week is.
Do or die. Yes, please.
Okay, Kiki.
One band, one sound.
Yes.
Don't explain it on freaking Wednesday, y'all, when it actually happens. But to bring it back to the remembrance of the audience, and our listeners and viewers, the do or die twist is you can choose to sit out of the immunity challenge if you feel like you're safe and you won't have any blood on your hands. But if you choose to participate and you're the first one out, you and you alone have to choose out of these 3 boxes to find the fire. And if you
that's right.
You choose the fire, the box with the fire, you're safe. It's good to go. You can't be voted out. And everybody else will still vote everybody else out, but you're safe.
Wasn't this the Deshaun?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Deshaun got lucky.
Very lucky.
Yeah.
But if you choose one of the 2 skulls, you are immediately out of the game. There will be no vote and no tribal count. Like that's the end of tribal council. And I don't
know if lightning gonna strike twice.
It ain't. I think this is our sit. I think her time is coming. Not even just because of what we know, because of spoilers and whatnot, but just based off like I just feel it. I just feel like this is gonna be the week to get her. And if she don't get out on the do or die twist, I think it's gonna because she told Omer, her telling her about the knowledge is power. I think that's not gonna bode well for her.
I wonder if the knowledge is power is gonna go back to be hidden. Did it only hide immunity idols, right?
We're gonna be in final 6. What we need knowledge is power for this late, All
right.
But who knows? Heck, I don't know. So we're gonna see y'all, but it was messy. Like somebody wanted Marianne out, I think too. I think her name came up as an option to go home too.
She's always a back door out. She's like, you know what, by the way, Mary over there.
Why every time Dre name come up, Marianne is next in line?
Because you know what?
Yeah.
Every single
it's proving their
like
point.
They besties. And I think I done seen them have 2 conversations with each other this whole season.
But they want them to go out in sequential order.
Yep. 1 and 2 and 2 and 1. Yep.
Back to back.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Look, but they said this ain't gonna be no Shan and Leanna situation this season.
Well,
you ain't gonna get us out back to back.
Won't. They said we were not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, that's what we have in store for us next week. Do or raggedy die. I think that is the dumbest
Do or raggedy die.
because that is the dumbest twist. Like, no, that's not fair. You're not gonna I can't fight for myself. I know I was out. So what if the challenge lasts for an hour? But just because I'm the first one out, now I gotta
right.
It's too bad.
It's too dang bad. I'm tired of this. Well, that's too dang bad.
Well, that's just too damn bad.
It's not right. Because if I can't sit out because I know I'm in danger. So if your name is constantly being brought up. So if you're Jonathan, you got to compete. If you're Drea, you got to compete. If you're Marianne, you got to compete.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I can't sit out because they're going to come for me. But it's also too, you compete and you the first one out. It's like, I didn't really have a choice because if I didn't win, I'm going out.
Yeah.
Do they let you see the comp first?
No.
I can't remember. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Well, I guess it'll be unfolded next week if they do it differently, maybe.
Oh maybe. Yeah, they've been changing up some stuff, so we'll see.
Because they've been doing little tweaks.
Yeah, because they didn't nobody get no sanctuary last year. Well, no sanctuary.
No, they threw the sanctuary in this one. Sanctuary.
Look, y'all know what else ain't right?
What?
I bought a pack of chicken wings for $17. $17, y'all.
Here you go. You definitely can't play Survivor because your mind stay on food.
I can't.
Audience, you already know. You can always tell that we're at the end of the episode. As soon as Tracy comes in with a wild comment, such as chicken wings.
In the price of it.
$17 for a family pack of chicken wings.
I am so sorry that prices of food have gone up
Listen,
exponentially.
When them chicken wings were good.
Look,
she still
I
bought
still
them.
got them though.
Man, it did.
Oh my gosh. Any
Oh my
other
goodness.
final takes, y'all, before we um get out of the way?
Earth is ghetto.
Earth is ghetto. I
You
wanna
know.
leave. To beam me up. I wanna leave.
I need to download that. I keep seeing her on
Steve
my
put me
For
on
You
that song,
page.
bro. I be
Come
like,
on,
it surely is,
let me
man.
know you know the 116.
Yeah, I need to download that.
Oh,
What's
Jesus.
the name of the artist? Since you done brought it up, we might as well plug her.
I don't know her name,
Who
but
sing Earth is Ghetto? Steve?
he see. I
Earth
can look.
is ghetto. Da-da-da-da. Da-boom. When
Please.
Her name
I
is
don't.
Aaliyah Sheffield. Sheffield.
Aaliyah
Okay.
Sheffield. Okay.
Yes. That song has been on my For You page on TikTok. Shout out to, say it again.
Aaliyah Sheffield.
Shout out to Aaliyah.
Because
Shout out to
Wonderful
Earth
you,
is
song.
definitely
sis.
ghetto.
Because you know what? Retweet.
Because they
Like.
doing some things here.
End.
This
Right.
government is showing out. I just saw a
Mm,
post today.
mm.
I'm like, really? I don't know if it's true or
Doing
not,
the
but I saw
most.
that they were like putting a ban on Plan B or something in 3 different
Plan
states.
B.
It's,
And
it's a
somebody else
little bit of
said condom
everything.
on condoms. I'm like, I don't understand.
What
But
is
I'm
the
not trying
reason?
to, I don't know. But I'm not trying to get in
Stop
no political
policing women's
bodies,
bodies.
period.
And that's where we're going to end the pod today.
You
Stop
hit on that.
policing women's bodies. Because if you want me to start policing your body, it's going to be a problem. You hear
Period.
me?
Oh,
It's
go
going to
watch
be a
the Scarlet
problem.
Witch. Go watch her movie.
Oh, yeah.
I know they
I,
call her Doctor Strange too, but it's really the
8 out
Scarlet
of
Witch.
10. 8 out of 10. It was great. Watch it. Like,
It's a
we
good
loved
one.
it.
I may
Speaking
go
of
watch it
watching
today.
and liking, thank you for watching this
Mm-hmm.
episode of our To
Yes.
Go Plate Survivor 42 Season 3. Thank you for watching, listening, liking, subscribing, giving us a 5-star review. We appreciate it all. And we appreciate you coming back week after week after week
Wait,
after week. Uh-huh.
Kiki, did you hear you said watching? Come on,
Watching.
watching.
Thank you for watching.
Y'all know
Uh-huh.
what
That's
it
all.
is. Y'all
We
know what
gonna
it
coin
is.
that. Watching.
Thank you for
Watching.
watching and listening. Both of them. Not watch.
Shout out to Omer.
Now watch.
Yeah, watching.
Watching.
Oh my God. All right, folks. Thank you again. We love you and we will see you next week.
Bye,
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
y'all.